Not gonna lie to you, our job is really on the line. This is the lowest rating I've ever had with Manchester United in a save. Welcome back to the Romel HD channel. Welcome back to another episode of this FIFA career mode with Manchester United. So yeah, this is episode 51 and we do have a bit of a dilemma going on at the moment. So yeah, if you remember from last episode, I am in danger and at risk of losing my job because of the lack of objectives that have been completed. Yeah, it's quite a sucky situation. We are in contention to win the title this episode. However, we can still be sacked pretty much. So just to fill you guys in, I'm on top of the table, 8 points clear with 81 points. Chelsea was 73. The first game of this episode is going to be against Chelsea and we are at home. So just taking a look at some stats from my players this season, we do have a lot of contributors to the goal scoring and assisting department. Marcus Rashford is currently our top goal scorer, 17 goals from Sancho. I actually haven't really realized how many goals Sancho scored. Like, someone commented in the comment section in one of my previous videos, like saying Sancho worked his arse off, but maybe I'm just not noticing it anymore. Like, I noticed it at first because yeah, he's meant to be like the GOAT of the series, but like, yeah, he's kind of been underneath the radar. So with Oliver Johnson, he has 10 goal involvements all season out of 32 games with a 6.60 average. I feel like that's unfair. Anytime I've used Oliver Johnson, he's played really well. Vinicius last season, he was really good, I feel like, but this season he's kind of gone downwards. Maybe it's the fact that Rashford's pretty much been fit for the majority of the season and he is the main left winger in our side. Okay, so here we are, Man United versus Chelsea. We're at Old Trafford and this is how I'm gonna set my team up. We have David De Gea in goal, Ferrara's at the back with Delo, Inacio and Luke Shaw. McTominay's in the midfield with Barella and Johnston, and then on the right wing we have Sancho, Adeyemi's up top down the middle, and Rashford is on the left hand side. So at the end of the last episode I did mention that this is a really critical game when it comes to the title race. If we end up winning, we go 11 points clear on the table and we pretty much solidify top spot and make it really difficult for Chelsea to catch up with the last couple of games coming up. Okay, so we're gonna kick off now. Manchester United versus Chelsea at Old Trafford, the title decider. Who's gonna come out on top? If we lose, I mean, we'd only be 5 points clear and we'll definitely have to go on to win the other games. But if we win, it's gonna be really hard for Chelsea to pull off a comeback. Ferrara already getting involved. Ferrara plays it to his right. It's Delo. McTominay. Barella loses the ball. Shaw into Johnston. Being really patient. Well done, Rashford. Skips past two players. Runs to the byline, cuts it back. Adeyemi with the shot and the finish. He makes it 1-0. What a finish there by the German forward. A nice piece of skill by Rashford. Takes two Chelsea defenders out of the game. Cuts it back. Gets himself an assist. Clinical finishing. We're up by 1. Things are looking good. 10 goals in 25 games. Referring to the Premier League. A nice switch of play. Here's Luke Shaw. Barella. Into Oliver Johnston. Tried to switch play. Didn't work out. So corner taken short. Sancho can get it cleared. Barella plays up the field into Oliver Johnson, and he's brought down just as I was about to play that through ball over the top to Adeyemi. Anthony, with his cheap tactics, takes me out before I could even play the through ball. There's Oliver Johnson. Adeyemi has the low ahead of him. The low on the right hand side. I'm going to put this ball into the box. It's blocked. Johnson with the volley. Hermoso kind of gets a block. I still have the ball. Oh, Barella with the half volley. We go into half time, 1-0 up. Perfect score at the moment. We're playing really well. We definitely deserve the 3 points as it stands. We definitely need to do more to make sure we leave with the 3 points. Corner taken short for Chelsea. Here's Mason Mount. Plays it across the box. Hermoso with the header. Dominguez Duarte knocks it down for Reece James. Here's Lautaro Martinez. And I don't know who that was, but he's definitely offside. That's Hermoso. To shift the momentum back in our favour. There's McTominay. Delo has the ball. Sancho. Flat-footed. But to be fair, Delo could have put a bit more power behind that pass. I still have the ball. Here's Barella. Oh, Sancho again. Can't complete any dribbles with him so far in this game. And we're making some changes too. Diogo Dalot is off for Brandon Williams. Florian Wirtz is on for Oliver Johnson. Just to switch up a bit. Have some energy going forward. Energy at the back. Especially on that right hand side. Okay, so we have 2 minutes added on. Really cagey. Dire moments of the game. We are leading. This is our lead to give away. These are our 3 points to lose, is what I'm trying to say. There's Mason Mount. Oh, he's going to do something dodgy. Get this ball cleared. There we go. We have won the clash. Manchester United have come out on top, have taken the 3 points from Chelsea. A disciplined performance from the defenders. Good performance from the attackers. We did slow down a bit in the second half towards the end, but we made it there in the end. Thank you to those who've managed to subscribe to the channel already. We managed to hit 100 subscribers. Now our next milestone is 300. Also, if you're enjoying my content, please remember to subscribe to the channel and also hit the notification bell just so you're notified once I've uploaded. Okay, now let's get back to the video. Away from home, all we needed was another set of 3 points to clinch the title, and that's exactly what we did. Against Norwich, we won 1-0. Leonard's getting the goal in the 13th minute. So the next game is against Wolverhampton, where we're drawing 2-2. After being 2-0 up already, on the edge of the box, I do a 1-2 between Adeyemi and Wirtz. Adeyemi gets the ball again and smashes it into the back of the net for the 92nd minute winner for Manchester United. Initially, I thought I had to wait for the very last home game in the season for us to celebrate holding the trophy aloft, but no, it's the next home game, which was against Wolverhampton. And now it's time to lift the trophy. McTominay is going to do the honours right next to the captain, David De Gea. And there we go. We are the champions for the 4th season in a row. We have been dominant in the league. We fixed up our form after being knocked out of the Champions League. Hopefully we'll be able to keep our job after this. So despite already clinching the title on camera, we are going to go ahead and play the last game of the season just to give you guys some more gameplay footage. Because yeah, I don't think it's right to just play one game on camera and then done. But yeah, if you are done with seeing me play gameplay, you can skip all the way to the end where I do my season review, and the chapter will be in the description below. Okay, so it's the final game of the season. We are going to talk about the starting 11. So yeah, David De Gea in goal. At the back we have Williams, Ferrara, Anacio and Mayat. Tchouaméni's the number 6 for this game. Rumpf's in. He's going to be playing left centre mid. We have Wirtz, who's going to be playing as the number 10. Pedence is starting on the right. Adeyemi's down the middle, and we have Rashford on the left. Marcus Rashford is about, I would say, 2-3 goals away from being top goal scorer. At the moment is Gabriel Jesus. He's got 23 goals in the competition. while Rashford has 22. So if Rashford bags a hat-trick, possibly he could be top goal scorer, but we're not going to be aiming for that. If it naturally happens, then it naturally happens. But yeah, on the bench we have Leonard, Van der Beek. This is possibly his last game in a Manchester United top. McTominay's on the bench. Vinicius, this could possibly be his last game for United. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with him in the summer. Same with Tomori, I'm definitely getting rid of him. And yeah, we got Delo and Turner on the bench as well. So yeah, let's get into the game and have some fun with it. Okay, Manchester United versus Crystal Palace at Old Trafford, the last game of the season. It's going to be interesting to see how some of these fringe players perform. Okay, so the game's kicked off. Manchester United attacking to the right, Crystal Palace attacking to the left. Politano takes the ball down. Well done, Maya. Not playing around. We ain't playing any of these games today. Ferrara plays it forward. Here's Williams. We've had a really good end to the season as well. We've gone on a good run. No defeats, barely any draws. Well, at least we ended the season strong. That's all I could say. There's Brandon Williams into Shermany. Plays it to his left. Rashford takes the ball down. Okay, Marcus Rashford does really well. Run into the byline. There's Rumpfer. Rumpfer inside the penalty area. Shot blocked and Wirtz is there for the rebound. We are leading 1-0 against Crystal Palace. Rumpfer almost got a goal for himself. Wirtz does well to put the scraps away. Well done, Anasio. Reads the game pretty well. There's Wirtz. Williams into Pedence. Slips. Williams in behind, who passes it into Adeyemi. He shot. Oh my god, what is going on? What is going on here? Oh, that was such a mess. I even stumbled over my words. But yeah, Rashford knocks the ball in for 2-0. Let's take our time. Shermany into Rumpfer. Nice switch of play into Pedence. He's going to start causing problems for Ferguson. Pedence tried to drill it into Adeyemi, but for some reason it locked onto Rumpfer. Speaking of Rumpfer, he has the ball. Does well to evade the challenges from Kakaret. Ooh, what? Oh, too much acceleration there. Shermany heads it down. There's Belotti. 52. Okay, so Rumpfer has given us a solid 61 minutes on the field. He's now going to make way for Van der Beek. His last appearance on a United shirt. He's given us, I would say, 3 good seasons, 3 decent seasons. This season just wasn't his season at our club, I guess. Once Bruno left, I think Van der Beek kind of clocked himself out. He checked out of the United camp. Here's Shermany. Oh, too late. I tried to pick out Adeyemi. For some reason, only locked on to, I think it was Van der Beek. There's Maya. Van der Beek. He's taken out. Crystal Palace have the ball. They can come forward with Zaha. Brandon Williams does well. Zambabu. Plays a ball into Politano. Oh my god, what just happened? I literally accidentally paused the game and they headed the ball straight after. He wins in the battle. 4 minutes added on. 1 minute played of that added on time. No foul, says the ref. There's Guimaraes. Oh, well done. That is a good challenge, ref. That is an absolute wonder of a tackle. That's why you didn't even book him. How can you give a free kick and not a card? If they score a last minute goal, that's going to be really unfortunate. Nope, they're not. I charged it down. Get the ball cleared. There we go. we have completed the season. Season 4 is now over. We've won the league, we've won the Carabao Cup, we've done the double. But are we gonna keep our jobs at the end of this? Because there's still no confirmation that they're gonna keep us on. These are some terrible times at United, for me at least. United will just move on. They'll get another manager. Okay, so now that the season's over, we can go ahead and review this season. We can also take a look at some other leagues as well. We are gonna start off with the Premier League. So yeah, let's just head over to the table. So with Man United, we ended up winning the league with 96 points on the table. We beat Chelsea to the title by 16 points. That is quite impressive. After we got knocked out of the Champions League, we were on our game in the league. So yeah, Chelsea finished second with 80 points. Spurs, they finished third with 78 points. City finished fourth with 76 points. Liverpool finished fifth with 67 points. Arsenal finished sixth with 62 points, as well as Everton. But they got 6th place because of goal difference. 8th place we have Wolverhampton. 9th we have Leicester City. 10th we have West Ham United. Okay, Crystal Palace 11th. 12th Fulham. 13th place we have Southampton. So the bottom 3, Newcastle relegated now. 32 points on the table. 18th place Norwich, they're also relegated with 25 points on the table. 19th place, and Bournemouth were relegated at 20th place with 24 points on the table. So a quick recap of the competitions. We won the Community Shield against Watford. We won 3-0. We didn't do too well in the FA Cup either. We got knocked out in the 4th round. Arsenal went on to win that trophy. So we're going to be meeting up against them in the Community Shield at the beginning of next season. Carabao Cup. We are the winners of the Carabao Cup. We won 1-0 against Chelsea at Wembley. We beat Mönchengladbach 3-2 as well. So yeah, the trophy list keeps going on. Barcelona ended up winning 5-4 on penalties against Manchester City. So City made it to the finals 2 years in a row. It's just bad luck because they ended up losing both. One to us and one to Barcelona. Competition was quite good after we vacated. So yeah, as you can see, Barcelona ended up beating Chelsea in the quarterfinals, 3-0 on aggregate. Then they beat the main nemesis, Real Madrid, the team that knocked us out. They beat them 5-4 on aggregate. They drew 3-3. I think that's the second leg result. But yeah, Barcelona did well to win another Champions League title. Europa League, we have Atletico Madrid. They won on penalties 4-3. So penalty shootouts throughout the whole of Europe so far, except the ECL. AZ Alkmaar, they beat Feyenoord 2-1. So we're starting off with Ligue 1. PSG just about won the title with 75 points on the table. Marseille, they came second with 73 points on the table. PSG lost 9 games in the league. It's a farmers league. What are you playing at? Borussia Dortmund, they won the league. I like seeing that. I like seeing teams other than Bayern Munich winning trophies in the German league. Serie A, anything special? Nope. Piemonte Calcio. Actually, it's quite special because they ended up winning it on goal difference. Okay, so Atletico Madrid, they end up winning the league by 1 point, so the league is getting really interesting. So that concludes the other leagues. So now it's just time to take a look at some individual players that have stood out this season. Okay, so my overall take on these players this season: we played quite well in some instances. Like I said multiple times, you can't win it every year. Even if we didn't win the league, some of these stats are still incredible. Like Marcus Rashford, he's got 30 goals in all competitions and 10 assists, so that's 40 goal involvements and 45 appearances. Really good numbers. Same with Adeyemi, he's done much better than I thought he did. Sometimes when you're playing badly with someone, you kind of forget all that they've done all across the season. 19 goals and 12 assists. That's really impressive. That's also 31 goal involvements and 45 appearances. That's really great. Sancho as well, I mentioned him some time ago during the season that I was really surprised about how many goals he got this season. 18 goals with 14 assists. Really good numbers there. So that's 32 goal involvements in 43 appearances as well. Even Martial, despite his injury, he still put up really good numbers. 30 goal involvements in 25 appearances. I do want to sell him. It probably makes much more sense to sell him. He's 29 years of age, overall 85, and he seems to be injury prone in the save at the moment. Let's get back to the stats. Okay, so it's Nico Barella. He managed to bag himself 22 goal involvements this season. So 13 goals, 9 assists in 46 appearances. Oliver Johnson, 10 goal involvements in 35 appearances. Definitely the breakout star this season. He's played really well. I feel like next year is definitely going to be a season. He's probably going to put out way more numbers. These numbers aren't terrible. So 15 goal involvements in 38 appearances. I feel like we could have got much more out of him over the course of the season. If we went on to do well in the Champions League, he probably would have turned up, because that was his favorite competition. He played way better. As you can see, the highest average rating he has in a competition is the Champions League, 6.80. Altogether 6.60, which is above average. So yeah, I mean, he's not a flop signing. For the money we paid for him, you could call him a flop, but what we got out of him was a couple of solid performances, majority of the season as well, and also won the league as well. So it's his first year. He needs time to gel, obviously. Okay, we got a really impressive crop of players as well. We do have a lot of players that definitely need to get some first team football next season. If not, we definitely have to move them on if they won't get a look in, because players like Soldo, I feel bad for him. He's gonna be in this cycle of being loaned out, because David De Gea is just too great at the moment, and we have Reeve coming up behind David De Gea as well. Charlie still, he kind of reminds me of Oliver Johnson. He's probably going to be featuring here and there next season, but he won't be a permanent figure in the side. Rumpfer definitely needs a loan move. He is really good to use in game as well, so if I can get him developing out elsewhere on loan, it's probably going to be really beneficial for both parties. Okay, so we're in the squad hub for the youth players. We're going to take a look at Teddy Dodd again. His physical stats have improved a bit, but definitely not enough. So we're going to keep him as a ball winning midfielder for now. He's only 15 years of age, so he's got a lot of developing to do. I can realistically train him up as a ball winning midfielder until he's like 16 or 17, and then switch him up as a box to box midfielder, and I feel like he'll probably benefit from that kind of development plan. So I do want his physical attributes to grow a lot faster, but if it takes 2-3 seasons for it to happen, I'm going to be really patient with him. Okay, so we're moving on to the end of the season accolades. We're going to be talking about the player of the season, signing of the season, and the breakout star of the season. So the first accolade goes to Marcus Rashford. He got player of the season with 45 appearances, 30 goals in all competitions, 10 assists in all competitions, and he gave us an average rating of 7.50 this season. He also won Ballon d'Or in the middle of the season as well. He also came short just by 2 goals for the Golden Boot. Gabriel Jesus is the player who ended up winning it. But yeah, Marcus Rashford was a real MVP this season. Signing of the season now. I feel like signing of the season is kind of underwhelming, because I don't believe any of our signings were that great this season. They gave us above average performances. Both Vito Ferrara and Florian Wirtz gave us a 6.60 average. He made 38 appearances. He got 6 goals, 9 assists, and yeah, as I said, a 6.60 average rating. Now onto the breakout star. I feel like his average rating doesn't do him justice. Oliver Johnson, the breakout star this season. He was the breakout star a couple seasons back, I think in the second season, yeah, definitely the second season. He made 35 appearances, which is a massive jump from the previous seasons. At 20 years of age, he recorded 8 goals this season in all comps and 2 assists. So that's 10 goal involvements in 35 appearances. Even though those aren't some real like Bruno Fernandes numbers, I feel like he's getting there. He's a really young cam. He played really well in the big games. He always stepped up. So yeah, this guy packs a real punch in this shot. He scored quite a few long shots in this season, and yeah, I'm looking forward to using him next season. Hopefully he grows and gets even better and bigger as a player. Okay, so we're moving on to the trophy cabinet now. We're adding 4 new trophies. So we have the Community Shield, we've won it 3 times. Super Cup, we've won it 3 times. Carabao Cup, we've added a second Carabao Cup. We beat Chelsea 1-0 in the Carabao Cup final, and we also picked Chelsea to the league. So that's our 4th league title in a row. So that's 16 trophies within 4 seasons, which is quite a shock because they want to sack me, which makes no sense. But yeah, let's move on. So next season, I did say I wanted to like rebuild from the ground up, bring a lot of youth players back from the loans and throw them into the first team just to spice the series up. But then we got hit with a poor manager rating, and as it stands, it's on 40, as you already know. So I had to switch up the way I recruited, and I had to buy some stars because we won the Champions League at some point 3 seasons in a row, and we won the Premier League 4 seasons in a row. I think the board really expect us to bring a star or bring a bunch of stars each season into the club. So that was one of the objectives, and it was one of the many objectives I wasn't going to complete. But in the end, I had to fold just so I could keep the job. So this is the damage. So yeah, we're just going to take a look at it now. Frankie de Jong, we had to bring him in for 60 million. Did a swap deal with Donny van der Beek. So yeah, Donny van der Beek's going to be playing for Barcelona next year. Jules Koundé, we've added him to the back line, 89 million from Tottenham Hotspur. So yeah, he's an impressive centre-back, French centre-back. His overall's 89 as well. So I feel like he's going to be pushing Ferrara out of his position if he does play well. He is 5'11". It's not the type of centre-back I normally go for, but he does make up for it in pace and his jumping. So his jumping is 95, his sprint speed is 93, his acceleration is 84. So I mean, you can't have everything. Hopefully he does work out. So Marc Cucurella, we bought him in for about 67 million. It is going to be a weird one because I do like using Maya, I do like using Luke Shaw. So yeah, like I said, my hands were kind of tied. I had to find a reason to sign somebody, and we were lacking in the left back role last season. And I feel like they were attacking the left hand side a lot more, like big teams such as Liverpool, City, Tottenham, Real Madrid, even Chelsea. So maybe Cucurella could help us out a bit on that left hand side. So in this inflated market, we managed to sell Tammy Abraham for 110 million. Wellington Darno, we sold him for 29 million. And Fikayo Tomori, we sold him to Dortmund for 56 million. So Wellington Darno, I didn't necessarily want to sell him, but he handed in a transfer request, and Barcelona were the first team to pop up with an offer. 29 million was the most I was going to get for him. I tried to push for 30. 1 million don't really make a difference, especially when you're ripping off teams such as Napoli for 110 million for a striker. Let's check his stats. I'm sure Abraham only got like 5 goals this season. Tammy Abraham got 1 goal this year. 1 goal, and we have sold him for 110 million. That's good business. So it has been a really shocking season in terms of what we expect from ourselves. But we did win the league and we won the Carabao Cup. That's 2 trophies. Some teams don't get trophies at all. But with that being said, now next season we definitely need to sort ourselves out at the back if we do want to consider ourselves favourites to win the Champions League, or challengers of the Champions League, not even favourites. Players like Frankie de Jong, I don't know what to do with him. I've never used them before. So let me know in the comment section below, what is Frankie de Jong? Is he a number 6? Is he a box-to-box player? Because we probably do need to make some room in one of those positions if he's either or. When it comes to Koundé, there is space for him because we plan to sell for Rand and Tomori. Tuanzebe's leaving as well. So there's definitely space for Koundé. Cucurella, Darno's leaving, Luke Shaw is still here. He's a first team player. I could loan out Maya, or Maya could be like a backup left back. So yeah, Frankie de Jong's the only guy that I'm kind of in a dilemma with. Okay, so we're at the end of season 4. Like I said, this has been my favorite season so far. We are going to be making a season 5. I'm pretty sure we are going to be kept on as manager. If not, I'll probably just give you guys an update on Instagram. But yeah, I'm done now. We are going to move on. I do have a lot of things to edit. So we have the rebuild series for Tottenham. I'm doing that. There's a few other ideas that I have coming in the pipeline. So I may take some time to start recording season 5. But it's definitely coming for sure. So yeah, if you enjoyed the series, if you enjoyed this episode, please remember to hit that like button. Share with your mates as well. Leave some comments below in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Instagram for further updates outside of the channel. And I hope to see you guys in season 5. Take care.